Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Now this is an answer to a question that I was asked some time ago, and the question was, how do I hang my vehicles on the wall? And I am more than happy to answer this question. I just thought maybe people wouldn't need to know that, they could probably figure out how I did it, but I do not mind telling you. Let's ignore this. This is a mask I've mounted on the wall. It's a different thing altogether. But these vehicles here, and the reason I mounted them on the wall like that was purely for space, you see. I needed to put them on display, and the wall is a really good place to put stuff, even this blaster here, if it would focus. Now, it's really simple how I did it. There is another guy on YouTube, anyone knows, Toy Ploy. Now, apparently he's done a video on it, but I haven't actually watched his video, and I've purposefully not looked for it because I want to sort of explain how I do it, and I'm sure it can't be a million miles away from how he does it. But this room is just undergoing changes at the minute, just some temporary stuff, but I thought I'd do a little bit of a pan around. I just did a review, or filmed a review for this, but I don't know when I'm going to upload this video that you're watching now. It could be before or after that video, but anyway. Vehicles are awesome, and you know, if you've got a surface for them, like I've just temporarily put this here just for your own viewing pleasure on the top of this laundry basket, but they are kind of good on the wall like that. And as I say, I only did it out of space necessity, but the way I've got them hanging up is, well, really simple mechanics, nothing complicated at all. This is an example of how I hang them up. That's just a simple metal cable kind of thing. I don't even know if they've got a name. There's a little twisty, which is like garden wire. In fact, I've used garden wire on some of these. You can also hang up the X-wing, but I'll show you how you do that later. That's a little bit more complicated, but some of them are very simple, and all you need to find is a kind of a hook or something on there. So let's just take this snow speeder off, and it might just show you. Now, what I did was, you've got to find something. Now, when I first had the idea, I thought to myself, well, if you've got a leg or something on there, that's something you can wrap a cable around. Naturally, if it's against the wall, the pressure will mean that leg isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to stay in one fixed place. But the thing about the X-wing is that, I'm sorry, the snow speeder is that, does this come out here? Yes, it does. You see, that comes out like that, and I just basically threaded through. This is a garden wire, that one there. Green garden wire, so it's like a metal cable, which is twistable. It's not focusing. And it's coated in a, well, it's got a plastic coating. And I threaded it through, looped it, and connected it like that. Which means then you can hang that, you know, on a nail or something on the wall. Of which I have, and the nail is just one of those tiny, nothing big, it doesn't have to be that strong. Can you see it? And then this just simply hangs on like so. And then it's not going to fall on my face, is it? God, just imagine that. Can we get some light over here, please? You can just about see it. I haven't got a torch, but you can tell. You see there? There you go. This is simple. Oops, sorry, I stopped recording there. I was just saying it's as simple as that. What I wouldn't mind doing now is having a look at these vehicles here, which I hung up a long time ago. I've forgotten how I even did it, but again, it's the same case as this. You got to find something that you can hook something around. Make a loop. That's all it is. Oh, and there it is there. Did you see that then? How that came off? And on this vehicle, obviously you don't hang it on the front. If you hung something from the front leg, it would be top heavy, so it would come back. But you need to have it from the top so that the weight of the you know, the vehicle will naturally, see, watch if I hang that now with my hand, see what does the body of the vehicle do? It does that. You know what I mean? It's just simple mechanics, isn't it? So with this one, I found that on the back of it, which is, what is that? I think that's some sort of a, oh yes, if you press that. Oh, I don't want to press it because sometimes it, I mean, the wings will release or whatever. But anyway, before I press it and find out what it does, that's how I have it hanging up. I just sort of like thread it through. Same thing as doing a loop. Then you can hook that onto a nail. So simple job. Let's press it and see what it does. Bear with me. You get a bit of a tour of this room here. That's where that usually is when I do reviews, and I do have an ironing board there. Bear with me a minute. Let's see what it does. It's so hard to do this one-handed. I hope you're not getting travel sick. Oh, I can do it now. Ready? Yeah, that's what that does. But anyway, it's quite handy for using to hang the vehicle up. Now then, let's go across the line now and see what we've got. Then we have the Obi-Wan, the other variant of the vehicle, which is the smaller one, the one that was really... Ah, look at that one, you see? That one has... It's much lighter, this craft here. I have it hanging the other way, so pulling from the top. Could you do that with this one? Let's have a look and see. I could have had that one hanging. Oh! I suppose that would also hang like that, you see? The leg would stay there and you could hang it like that from the top. I chose to have it the other way. So they kind of fit into each other, but this one, I've got it hanging like that. Simple as that. So there's different ways you can do it. And Obi-Wan's Starfighter. Jedi Starfighter, more like. Ah, look, see how I've done that one. See, there's the nail, and I've put this. Aha. So with this one, I found that there wasn't anywhere specific that you could hang it. You need something that's going to be secure, don't you? You could maybe explore having a cable around here or something, but I actually got, similar to the example I showed you, of a hoop. These things, I don't know what they're called, twisties or something. Yeah, twisties. And I threaded it through. And I know it's kind of interfering with the cockpit there, because it's a black one, black twisty. It's a bit more, you know, camouflage or obscure there. You don't notice it as much, and then you can sort of have it hanging this ship like that. Or I suppose you could have this one hanging from the legs, of which you just have it hanging like that. But I wanted it hanging the other way. I wanted it going that way. So you've got two options for hanging. There you are. Ooh, God, this is a really, really dodgy video. I hope people aren't getting annoyed with the camera going everywhere. So you can have it hanging like that. If you threaded through a hoop on that leg and that one there. Oh God, that was bad what I just did then. I had that hanging. Now the thing about the X-Wing is, when I first tried to hang the X-Wing, I had a big long wire going from this leg through that gap there all the way across to there, and it was a big problem because it meant that when you hung it up, the wings open like that. See, if I hold those two legs like that, look what happens to the wings. They open, which doesn't look good because you kind of want it in a parked position. Although that does look quite good, that. Changed my mind, but it didn't. I wanted it so it was like the wings shut like that. So to do that, you need to have two separate hangers, and my suggestion is to hang it from that leg there, have one like loop going through there and another loop going through there like that. So then you've got two, and it keeps the wings shut that way like that. Now, not all vehicles I want to hang. In fact, I'd sooner have an X-Wing like this beautiful vehicle that it is, parked in a diorama. It's so good. But I do have a spare X-Wing that's a Biggs's that I could hang on the wall. But speaking of spare X-Wings, if I just come through here, it's very dark, I'm afraid. This is another one that is just an awesome X-Wing that I wouldn't want to waste hanging on a wall. It's so good, and I want to showcase its features. It's just bad, the focus, isn't it? There you go. I want to showcase the fact that it's got that amazing landing gear, you see. So, and also the other issue is it's hard to know where to hang it because the landing gear is it's on plugs, you see. So it would come out if you had it hanging on it. Let's bring it through here and show you. But what you could do, I've noticed, is look at this. If you really wanted to hang this one up, you could hang it there. Can you see that? All you need to do to hang up your Star Wars vehicles is to find something that you could secure a hanging wire on, you know, and that would do there, and you could do it there. So my advice to you, if you wanted to know how I hang my vehicles, is look at your own vehicles and find something you can thread a hoop through, and you have solved it, ladies and gentlemen. You've done it. All right, well, that'll do for me. I don't like this video in terms of quality because I've been handheld, it's been all over the place, but if you've got something from this, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Please do hit the like button if you have. And thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.